Yeah, really pleased with the win and the fact we win today and we are on the way to the final. Always important in a semi-final and a cup game to be able to win. Never easy. I think West Ham came with a different mindset from last game. We were playing home and I think we had a good first half in terms of result and performance. At halftime, we were leading the game 2-0, and I think, it was good enough. We created some chances, we were clinical, and I think, that's good when you are able to be efficient in the box.
And do you allow yourself to think about a potential quadruple or at least multiple trophies this season?
I never think like this. I'm more like focus on the next game on Sunday. It will be another cup game, but really happy to be in the final. That's the first step, as you said. But the reality again is we didn't win anything yet, and if you get to the final but you don't win, it doesn't mean anything. So for me now, the focus is, as I said, making sure we go deep in every competition, as deep as we can, but also, game by game, we just have a focus in the next game and how we can make sure we have big chances to win.
And Keira Walsh's first start today, how pleased are you having her in the team, and also what do you think she delivered best at today?
Yeah, really pleased to have Keira. She's a top class player. She brings a lot of calmness with the ball in possession, and I think serenity in the team. So really good. But also, I'm really pleased to have depth in my squad. As I said, having 3 games a week, it's a big opportunity for everyone to rotate and get minutes. Helps for me to keep almost everyone happy. And having Keira for sure, it's big impact. And also, for her debut, I think she did well. She had a great game. Even more in the first half with all the team. We were better in the first half.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Susie?
Hey, Sonia.
Hi.
You mentioned rotating there. Like, how good is it to be able to rotate and have players slotting so seamlessly and get on the score sheet as well? You haven't necessarily had a lot of minutes in the second half of the season.
Yeah, I just said like that's important because when you play 3 games a week, you have to be able to rotate because that's really difficult for the players to play 3 times 90. And when you have this opportunity, brings more freshness in the team and intensity in the games, and also keeps the players more happy because they are involved in all the competitions and the games. And I think that's easier for me to manage.
How important is it for you to get goals sort of first half and early on and put it to bed against a team that you know is potentially going to kind of sit back against you quite a lot and be quite compact and limit chances? That gives you, I suppose, more opportunity to rest players and move things around in the second half.
That's really important to be able to be efficient, especially from the beginning and the first half. I think in that situation, you just don't give any hope to your opponent, and that's really important because when you are not able to be efficient or clinical, the opponent just have hope, and after it's a different game. So never easy again to play against a block with compact, low. They started with a back five, but we were able to score, and I think it makes a big difference.
And then how close is Naomi to getting into the matchday squad?
I'm not sure we'll see Naomi before the international break. Just because, as I said, she was off season with in US. I think we also said like she had a little niggle in her calf, but this is going well. It's more like she need to build her fitness to get back to the squad. And as I said, also because we are really happy with the players who are performing in the squad right now, we don't need to rush, even if it's always important for the manager to have every player available in every game.
It's a nice luxury to not
Yeah.
need to play the most expensive player ever sold. Yet.
Yeah, that's a luxury. That's what happens when you have a big club and you have high standards and high expectations, ambitions. But I think it's also good for the player not to come in an environment where you can feel the pressure, pressure on the result or pressure for you to get in the team and perform from the beginning. So it's more relaxed, and I think it's nice.
Thank you.
Thanks, Susie. Yeah?
I wanted to
Keira playing further back and pressing ahead, is that the dynamic you see you want in your midfield, or do you see it with Keira being the sole pivot eventually in the season?
Yeah, most of the time in the first part of the season, we played with two pivots and one number 10. Having Keira in the squad will bring the opportunity also to play with only one pivot. I think Keira is more comfortable on that position, and two number 10. But what I like the most is when my midfield is able to rotate and to be able to adapt when sometimes we need to have two pivots, 110, depending on the spaces, what we need to create in midfield. So I want to give them a structure, but also the freedom for them to rotate and be on the position where they feel comfortable and where the game needs them to be.
And it's been less than a week that Keira's been at the club, but has there been anything about her you've seen in training which has left you pleasantly surprised, or something about her which you didn't realize the quality she possessed, which you didn't know about before?
Not really. I knew her and I really know her. So this is why also I wanted her to join the club and the team. But it's only been 1 week, but everything I saw, I already knew about it. And I just want her to feel comfortable enough to play her game and bringing her leadership to the team.
Any more for any more? Yeah.
Overall, have you been happy with the recent performances of your teams?
I like your questions. I really like your questions.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, no, that's. As I said today, I think first half was good. Second half we dropped a little bit our standards, but the difference between both were West Ham in the first half was probably sitting lower on the pitch, and in the second half they had nothing to lose, so they came higher and they were pressing us. So it's always more difficult to perform under pressure. So this is something like we need to improve, but every team is struggling when the opponent is coming and putting a lot of pressure on your back line and your midfields. So in the second half I was hoping us to be able sometimes to make better decisions and also to be more clinical, playing maybe more direct behind their back line. It's a fine match because I encourage a lot my players to be able to play short and have the possession of the ball. So sometimes when the team is coming and pressing us, we still want to play, where sometimes maybe we should have a direct style. But that's something we need to still work. But
Could you explain the substitution of Ashley Lawrence?
Yeah, she got a yellow card, and as a defender, you never know. Sometimes you can be in a situation when you can have a challenge with one of their player, and I didn't want to take any risk in that situation because it's never good to play with 10 players. So I just managed that.
You said at Villa Park that you weren't, on reflection, you weren't particularly happy with your initial team selection. Was the situation similar tonight? Were you happy with your initial team selection?
Yes.
Would you change anything, do you think?
No, I think different situation from Sunday. I think on Sunday I felt like we didn't have the connection between the players, but also between the lines. I think today was a bit different. I think in the second half we just struggled a little bit when West Ham was coming and putting a high pressure, which is really different from Sunday.
Any illnesses to report?
No, I don't think so. But it's always like when it sees illnesses, like someone got a knock or no, from what I know at the moment. But I don't think we got something wrong in the game. But it's always like I get a first report tonight after the players being seen the medical team, and tomorrow morning we assess them again. But I don't think we have big issues. So everyone will be ready for Sunday, and maybe we'll have good news on having Sunday and. Maybe Lucy. We'll see. Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
So Micah Hammer, she had a lively game up and down the pitch, in and out of possession. Just how important is she to everything you're trying to achieve for yourself?
Yeah, Maika is a player who really runs a lot, and she's really proactive on the pitch, and she just gives everything. So she's important because out of position she does an amazing job, and she really helped the team to recover balls high on the pitch, and as soon as we lost the ball, she's really proactive to recover the ball. But also in possession, she's always available, making sure she gives options to her teammates. And even if she's still young, and sometimes she still needs to improve her first touch quality, also her making decisions on the pitch. But she has a big impact for the team, and I'm really pleased to have her.
Excellent. And call up to Japan today probably doesn't come as a surprise to you, no?
No, not really surprised. As I said, even if she's young, she's really talented, and she's a player who really, for a manager, it's really nice to manage her. She's always 100% on the pitch, and she works really hard. She enjoys football, and that's really enjoyable to have her in my squad.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Sylvan?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Congratulations on reaching the final.
Thank you.
Obviously, come through against West Ham. I want to talk a bit more about, over the last, not only today, but over the last few games, like 2-0 win against West Ham, 1-0 against Aston Villa on Sunday, and, 1-0 against, Arsenal the week beforehand. But over the last couple of weeks, what is it that you've learned about your squad in terms of like character, in terms of what they can bring in terms of games, especially when games are sort of like tight and perhaps teams are looking to sort of sit back or look to make things difficult for your team?
I think like from the beginning of the season when I first joined, we improved the competitiveness in training session, but also in games. The girls were competitive, but I think now they really have this winning mentality, which I'm really pleased with. And also, I would say they are confident on the pitch. So I know even when we face sometimes different scenarios and we struggle a little bit, they still stay confident to make sure like we believe we are going to win the game. And I think it makes a big difference in terms of mentality, but also confidence and believing everything is possible. So maybe that's what we improve, and like from the beginning until now, I could see the difference.
And obviously, reaching the cup final as well, we'll be looking to sort of obviously avenge what happened last season with Chelsea losing out to Arsenal in the competition. Would you say that revenge is on the team's mind, and is this something that's going to look to fuel the team as they look to sort of win not only this competition but also look to win other competitions throughout the season as well?
Being a new manager, I just look forward, and I don't look behind me and in the past. So really important to focus on the future. And I think this summer it was a transition for the club. We brought so many new persons, players in the squad, but also members of staff. So it's a new era, and I think for us, I just reflect on the fact that's the first final in the season. This is something we wanted to achieve, and now we'll be ready to play that final, because the only thing we want is when you get to final to make everything possible for you to win.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Last one from Sylvan, please.
Sonia,
Yeah.
une petite question sur le mercato. Donc vous avez pris 3 nouvelles joueuses, mais il y en a également 5 qui sont parties. C'était prévu de faire autant de mouvements au bout du compte ou pas du tout?
Yeah. Do we need to translate or?
If possible,
Yeah.
that would be great. My French is a little bit rusty.
So I'll try to translate.
Sorry.
So the question, no, that's fine. The question was, you had a lot of movements in the transfer window. You had 3 players, new players joining the team, and 5 players left. 5 players. We had some players on loan, but they didn't leave the club. So I only have Eve, who left.
Yeah, she was on loan, yeah.
Yeah, and the other one's on loan. Okay.
The injuries and
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. we were always, and as a club, we always look for every opportunity. And that's really important for us when there is a big opportunity to just be there and be able to adjust the squad a little bit. Because as I said, that's really important when you want to go deep in every competition to have the right numbers in the squad, but also the talent to make sure when you get to the big games, the finals, you just have the opportunity to let the talent speak in that moments. So yeah, we're really happy with the fact we had 3 new signings in the club, and this is something we are studying, and even for this summer we are already prepared for the transfer window. Français, maybe, yeah.
Oh non, c'est bon, ça va aller.
Ouais, c'est bon du coup, vous avez pu. Ok, ça marche.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, is that last one, honestly.
Yeah.
We saw an unprecedented level of spending from Chelsea in the transfer window. How happy do you feel about the backing and the support that you've got from the owners? You know, the investment that they put into the club and the backing that they showed for you.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. As I said, really important for me when I joined Chelsea. I could feel the ambitions of the club from the beginning, and their ambitions were matching with my ambitions, and I think that's really important. But sometimes when you just talk about it, it's not enough. You need to act, and I think the way the ownership and the sporting directors acted on bringing new players to the squad just show again the ambition we have, and I think that's a really good support for me as a manager. But yeah, again, that's something when you have these high ambitions and high standards, you need to have this squad. So yeah, really happy, and I wish every club could be able to do the same, because as a manager, I feel lucky to get that support.
Do you think it's a new era now in women's football with the $1 million mark being broken now?
Yeah, the women's game is growing in every aspect, on the pitch, outside the pitch. The players are really talented, so it's the market, it's evolving, that's going that way, and I think it will even go further, I think, in the future. You're welcome.
We'll leave it there. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Have a nice evening. Bye. Merci.